With a result like this, you would expect to see several very high-profile Conservative MPs losing their seats, wouldn't you? We've got a few faces around us that have magically appeared on the wall, Sam. Talk us through what we're looking at.
These are some of the biggest names in our politics, aren't they? So if you look, Penny Mordaunt, the Leader of the Commons, Grant Shapps, Welwyn Hatfield, the Defence Secretary, Alex Chalk, the Justice Secretary. Every single one of these, right now, is projected on course to lose at the general election. Look at them. You might not be seeing these faces for very much longer, Sophie. Let's pick out some of them. Grant Shapps, he's the Defence Secretary. Some people think he's been doing something of a little bit of a leadership, kind of, you know, sort of playing footsie with Tory MPs to see whether he could be leader after the election. Well, he is set to lose, under this projection, to Labour, his Welwyn Hatfield seat, by 18 points. So goodbye, Grant, is the message of this projection. Let's look at Penny Mordaunt, Leader of the Commons, Portsmouth North, one of the most famous faces in Rishi Sunak's cabinet. And what's happening to her seat? She might lose her Portsmouth North seat by 5 points. Potentially Bye-bye Mel Stride, although he's in the balance, he is only projected to lose by 1 point. Look at this. This is the person in the cabinet in the most trouble. Not one of the most high-profile faces, but called Alex Chalk. He's the Justice Secretary. He's the MP for Cheltenham. Cheltenham has always sort of swung between the Tories and Lib Dems. He is projected to lose to the Lib Dems, go down here, by 31 points. Wow, that doesn't look good for him. Mark Harper, the Transport Secretary, he could lose to Labour. He's down 4 points. Jeremy Hunt, possibly the second most important person in the cabinet after Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, became Chancellor under Liz Truss, still there under Rishi Sunak, fighting this election. That was a bit of a surprise. Go down a bit, look at this result. He is due, under this projection, to lose to the Lib Dems by 15 points. That's quite a margin. That's going to be hard to come back from. You'll remember Jeremy Hunt at the weekend gave a newspaper interview where he said he was very worried about his seat. Let's look at some other faces, famous ones, all of them. Johnny Mercer, pugnacious Defence Minister. He's also in the cabinet. He could lose his Plymouth seat by 11 points. Simon Hart, the Chief Whip, he's meant to be instilling discipline. Whether or not he can do so at the moment, given these results, it's a lot harder. He could lose his Wales seat to Labour by 9 points. Esther McVey, Minister without portfolio, also known as the Minister for Common Sense. Her seat, it's a bit of a toss-up there, lose to Labour by 1 under this. The Welsh Secretary could lose his Wales seat because he is projected to be 11 points down to Labour. The Education Secretary could lose her Chichester seat to the Lib Dems by 5, and the Attorney General, Victoria Prentice, she's down 6 to Labour. These are the faces that we see daily on our TV screens, but maybe, Sophie, for not much longer, because they are, every single one of these 12 faces are in deep, deep trouble.
I should say, if you are one of the Conservative MPs currently pictured on our TV screens right now and you're watching this, I can only apologise. It's just obviously one MRP. I'm sure there's lots of time to turn things around. And I'm particularly going to be interested in this man who I'm going to be interviewing later today as well. Grant Shapps, Defence Secretary. 18 points. That is not looking good for the Defence Secretary.
That's a big margin. That's a big margin. I'm sure he'll have views.
And also, it's interesting, isn't it, the pincer movement between both Labour and the Liberal Democrats. It's not just that the Conservatives are losing seats to the Labour Party here. You know, we've got Penny Mordaunt doing that, Mel Stride. But if you're looking at people like Alex Chalk and, of course, Jeremy Hunt as well, it's that kind of pincer movement, isn't it, in different parts of the country, shedding votes to just about everybody.
That's right, Sophie. One of the biggest surprises for me in this MRP, in this polling projection from YouGov, is just how well the Liberal Democrats are doing. Not just in this seat, that seat, Gillian Keegan over there, but overall, by quadrupling their vote, they have done far better than they were saying they were going to do when you and I were down in Bournemouth at Liberal Democrat Party conference in September. Back then, privately, people around Ed Davey were saying maybe we could be in the high 20s. This polling projection suggests that the Liberal Democrats are going to smash that out of the water. Why? I think it all comes down to the scale of the Conservative collapse. That's the biggest driver, it looks like, in all this. It's about people wanting these faces not to be in government, not to be in Parliament anymore. That's the thing that's driving our politics, the numbers suggest.
Not just Ed Davey falling out of a paddleboard, then, you think that? OK.